Alright, and we're back. So, we're gonna go through Bitter Black Isle. This will be our first playthrough of it. I know how I'm gonna play this now. I just had to think about it a little bit. So basically, this will just be me mostly talking with Ulra and doing some other things. Actually, no, that's a lie too.
Were it possible, I would not send you off with so meager an explanation. But I fear I myself do not know it better. My past, my aims in coming here, all of it is lost, as in a fog. All I know is that I, like you, was called here, and am bound to stay. I sensed you in the distance, and called to you for help. I knew somehow, as by instinct, that you could grant the wish of the one who dwells below. Just as I know my role here is to aid you in that pursuit. I am versed in the purification of cursed artifacts. Should you in your travels find such ensorcelled objects, pray, bring them to me. The procedure requires but a few rift crystals, and it is a service I would gladly tender. I shall aid you however I can, for therein lies my own path forward.
Alright, so one more thing before going forward. Because it's harder to find online compatibility now since this game is, well, it's been out for a while and not many people play it anymore. What happened is you would get these by just killing the bosses, and Rift Crystals would happen by making your pawn so great utility-wise that people would just come back and bring you crystals all the time. That's kind of gone now.
I shall aid you however I can, if there is aught I can.
So yeah. Yeah, that holds no meaning.
If there is aught, I shall aid you however I can, for their prey.
But basically, yeah, this is Ulra. She can talk to you about things, and it's hard to get all her dialogue. Generally because her whole thing is, I'm here because the plot says so. But then she'll say other things that will expound the plot a bit more, but ultimately you're going to realize there's not much to go by.
My hope is that I may rediscover myself and recall my true purpose here. I shall aid your journey in any way I can, and pray that our goals both lie together. I shall aid you how I pray.
Alright. Alright, so we'll figure out what this is later on. I'll collect all these too, just to be safe.
Heed these words, all who enter this place. Do not think. Just set one foot in front of the other, and by the Maker's love, keep swinging. Pay their words your heed. Their lives. Let that heart be your doom.
So when this game first came out, or if you start playing this anew, everything here will outscale you. And I do mean everything. And certain chests you have to be wary of.
Leave this place. You've still the time to turn back. Still the time to live. What greater curse than immortality?
Alright, he's still there. Alright.
Welcome, good arisen. 3 days this one. A week, perhaps. A favourite game of mine, guessing the lifespan of those who enter these halls. Nothing personal, mind. And rest easy, friend. 80 guesses here now have yet to hit the mark once.
Now, who are you?
Someone's looking for me. Then this pit is home to stranger folk than even I'd imagined. An honest mistake, most like. I've been down here half an age, and not once have I known anyone to come calling. Now, will you have a look? I'll see you don't regret it.
Alright, so this is Barak. This man is interesting and one giant plot hole at the same time. But one thing you'll notice is he can do something that other NPCs can't do. He can Dragon Forge your Dragon Forged items. There's multiple tiers to this. So yes. So yeah, red, blue, and yellow.
Now, will you have a look? What'll it be?
He's basically good for all of this. And this is good, the item I used previously in a few videos ago, to show that you can decrease affinity with other NPCs. And liftstones are the only way out of here. Rift crystals don't work here.
What'll it be then? Now, will you have a look? No dying now.
Okay, so Barak is a cool NPC, but he's also one giant lore break. Because I'll let him tell us ourselves if he does.
You've been hearing voices since coming to this place, friend. Echoes of the dead, those. Even the least of them what's fallen here was in arisen in a former life. Seems their wills were too strong to end with the body, and so they remain. Obstinate things. It's a blessing they do more than just grumble and grouse. I'd go mad. Now, will you have no?
Anything else?
Helping others is the Maker's work, friend. Why not leave it to him, and busy yourself with staying alive? I'm not the sort to take directions, besides. I go where I please. We seem alike in that. Now, will you? No. Helping others is the... Now, will...
Okay, so yeah, that's just some subtle hinting about how you should go. But, this room is just as important, too. As this is basically a semi-safe-ish room. But basically you collect items that will open these doors for rewards.
None of it matters now. None of it. Pray, leave me to sleep in peace.
Yeah, so one more thing. Broken rift crystals and rift stones. You will need enough of these. Now, mind you, everything here is one giant health shield. Or rather, health shield. That's the wrong way of saying it. And one more little surprise. These things.
A well-formed party can often bring foes stronger today.
Oh, I thought someone fell in the water for a second. Alright. So, I'll just call this one the Bitter Black Isle Basics. And then I'll go on with the rest of it. So basically, every chest is not safe.
Bear to see no more death. I'll show no
Yeah, I'll just call this the Bitter Black Isle Basics video. I'm wasting enough time. But yeah, I think I've explained everything. And I don't want this video to be nothing but talking.
My beloved, I had hoped to leave this life held in your strong arms. Farewell.
Okay, that went a little longer than I wanted to. I was trying to remember what he did. But basically, yes. Everything here can and will kill you. That was the whole point I was trying to show. And I lost 3 whole rift crystals for that. But yes, this whole area is the worst. And this is dragging on too long. So basically all I want to do is showcase the evil. Well, yeah, the evil. But I also wanted to showcase how it's very easy to die. And the reason I haven't changed any gear meaningfully is because I want to properly show the difficulty of what this place can and will do to a newcomer. One more thing I'm going to make very clear is that you are running and walking everywhere here. If you use rift crystals, you are only going back up and down the place. So materials and things you find, you have to manage your weight, manage your pawns, manage everything. I love DLCs like this, because you don't get to just bogart your way through everything and pretend I'm the greatest ever.
It's meaningless. The lot of it is mad. Pray, haunt me no more. I can go no further.
Alright, so this is the last thing I'll say before I start taking this next bit a bit more seriously than that, because what that last bit of fighting was meme-worthy right there. So, there are very few safe zones. Each area has one, and only one. So it's here you restock, here you refine your stuff, redistribute. So, yeah.
This place is full to the gills with scraps and materials unseen in the world I knew outside. An alchemist's paradise, this. The smithy's work I do is a product of endless hours, trial and error. But it's time I don't begrudge. My little obsession's half the reason for my wanderings. Could be. The other half is running into strange ones like you, friend. Now, will you have no doubt?
Let's see, anything else to say?
When I was made arisen, I asked myself just what sort of role it was the world had handed me. From the very start, I'd no interest in chasing after my heart. Useless thing. If eternity was mine, to pass as I saw fit, I'd pass it doing what I liked. That was my answer. And what of you? You the type to buy into talk of duty and fate and all that? I've stopped thinking about it, truth be told. Like as not, there is no real answer. Now, will you have a look? No doubt.
Okay, before I say the next thing, any more dialogue?
I was an apothecary before becoming an arisen. Made my coin mixing potions, fusing reagents into new compounds, new elements, alchemy, in a word. This place is a trove of herbs and ores found nowhere else. Nowhere natural. I've seen gold and jewels enough to rot my eyes. But the treasures this place hides will keep me entertained for years to come. Now, will you have it? No doubt. Where do the beasts here come from? You ever think on that, friend? We're cut off from the world. Worlds, whichever. It's not but arisen in ponds would come here. And that's when it hit me. What if there was left of those fallen heroes? What happens to a soul bottled up in a place like this? Some find peace enough etching their regrets in stone, but others... What if they just rot? Rot, and become darker things? Just an idle theory, mind. Mayhap we'll find out when I die and join their ranks. If I run into you then, I'll expect a proper greeting. Now,
One more thing.
the wandering life is sweet enough once you've grown accustomed to it. I'll speak no ill of others' dreams and duties, but I found my own oppressive and a terrible bore. Now, will you have the wandering life? Now, will you?
Alright. So, Barak here was an arisen just like us. This is cool and a massive plot hole because, as we saw, when we killed the dragon, arisens before us died. Which means, why is he allowed to still be alive? Even in another realm of existence like this, does that make him immune? Does that mean the moment he leaves he dies? We don't know. And that's kind of the problem. He wants you to think about other things about the Arisen. Like, yeah, why are we even here? Why are we bother doing this? Is there even a real reason? And throughout the whole game, everyone tells you what the Arisen should be doing, but you as the character yourself never get that goal. You can be as selfish as you want, and just never even bother chasing the dragon at all. Barak is what happens when you refuse to chase the dragon in any capacity. Sure, it's just you, and you're strong and everything else, but you're ultimately alone in some of the worst places ever. And wandering around to every degree. It's really sad, but poetic, because in a way he is like a dragon. Just very powerful, very strong, can go wherever he wants. A lot of creatures won't cross him, but he's ultimately alone. But not you, you're different. You have the power of friendship and all the weapons you find. And that's the Moonbeam Gem. It opens that door that we came through to run past here when we first met Barak. But yeah, this is where, like I said, Bitter Black Isle adds new perspective to the lore, but also breaks it. Because by all accounts, Barak should be dead. He has no reason to be alive, but it also shows that multiple Arisen can exist at the exact same time, even from other timelines. Which means whatever the Arisen's blessing or curse, as you call it, really is, it's really big in scope, and I hope they talk about this more in Dragon's Dogma 2. But this video has gone on for way long enough. So if you sat through this, just need something to listen to or watch while working, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully I'll be able to get more into the meat of Bitter Black Isle, but I am going to go into my little bursts of ranting like this, because I have been talking to some acquaintances about the game, and there are just some things I don't agree with. Some things I do agree with, and other things I don't. So, until then, see you in the next video.